with your hosts, Andrew Romanella.
I found this out recently, and I have to tell you, I'm very upset. I don't understand it. I don't think I'm good enough in this spot based on my own personal mental health, so I can't continue. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another edition of The Rome Show here on 12ouncesports.com. Dingo TV channel 217. I am your host, Andrew Romanella. I got you for the next 30 minutes and change. It's a Friday, and we have so much to talk about in Major League Baseball and the National Football League, and we will get to that right after we remind you the social media handle. It's The Rome Show 1. That's The Rome Show. And then the number 1 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter /X, or wherever you're on social media. Just follow the show. If you miss any part of the show or it's so good, you're like, dude, this show is so good, I need to send it to a friend. You can do it multiple ways. You can send the YouTube link because it stays there and you could replay it. You could send the Twitter link because it stays there and you can replay it. You can send the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. You can send that, or Dingo TV channel 217 replay at noon. You can download that app on your phone. Just so many ways to get in on the action. Today, we got to talk about baseball. The Yankees and the Guardians played a back and forth affair yesterday that ended in the series maybe being a little bit more interesting than people may have thought going into Game 3. The Mets and the Dodgers, well, the Dodgers did Dodger things, and the Mets did pre-June 1st things, which has them down 3-1 in that series. The Broncos just destroyed the New Orleans Saints last night in Thursday Night Football. There's some real issues there in New Orleans that they're going to have to get cleaned up. And then, of course, we give you the Week 7 National Football League rundown so we can get you ready to hopefully win some bananas this weekend, but be fully locked in on the Red Zone channel. So much to get to. Like I said, the Rome Show 1, any social media, get at us and let us know your thoughts. All right. So we are going to start in Cleveland, Ohio in Major League Baseball, because yesterday the Cleveland Guardians played host to the New York Yankees in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. And wow, what a game it was. It felt kind of normal through the 6th inning. Cleveland had a 3-1 lead. They had pushed Clark Schmidt out of the game after 4 2/3. The Yankees could only scratch one across against Matthew Boyd, who went 5, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 4 Ks. So a simple baseball game until the 8th inning, when Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, with the Yankees down 3-1, decided they were going to be worth all of the millions being paid to them. Check this out.
Here he comes. Judge, line drive, right field, hit well, and it is up and out! Judge has homered! Second time this postseason, Clase gives up a late homer. In the 9th inning, gave up a home run to Kerry Carpenter. That ball's hit well, deep center field. Way back there, Giancarlo Stanton, a home run! Judge and Stanton go back to back.
The stand, just a hanging slider, and you talked about it. You sped up his bat. He's getting ready for 99 to 100 right there. Instead, he got 92, and look how on time he is.
Just the muscles of Stan flexing on that.
Before we go on, can you just listen and think about really quickly what the broadcaster just said right there? He said he's getting ready and he's on time. He's trying to get ready for 98, but he speeds up his barrel with 92 and he's on time. Okay. Now, That's a big thing for me, okay? Like people say baseball's kind of easy type deal, or you don't understand how difficult the sport is. I want you to think about that commentary right there. Giancarlo Stanton hits a home run off of a 92 mile per hour pitch from 60 feet away. On top of that, the pitch that he actually hit as a homer was not meant to be straight. It was meant to start like it looks like it's straight, then dive and slide left. And that's the ball he's crushing for a go-ahead 4-3 homer. But that was not the end of the game. That was just the beginning in Cleveland last night as a dude pinch hits in the 9th inning. And now I really don't want to mess up his name. Jhonkensy Noel comes up, pinch hit, man on second base, 9th inning, 2 outs. And he does this.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! The ultimate present under the tree! And Jhonkensy Noel delivers in the clutch. Wow! We're tied! Extra innings in game 3.
And Jhonkensy Noel, present under the tree. What an elite call right there. Sends the game to extra innings. And you got to think to yourself, there couldn't be a bigger home run to date in Cleveland Guardians franchise history. Why? Because it's keeping your season alive and alive to the nth degree. You're still alive down 3-0, but alive 2-1 at home, game 4 with a chance to tie the series. What a difference. The only bigger home run I can think of right now was 2014 when I wanted to say it was Jose Ramirez. I don't know if it was. I think it was 14. Maybe it was 18. No, it was 18 when the Cubs won the World Series. So it had to be 18. Either way, when the Cubs won the World Series, obviously the Guardians, then named the Indians, needed a homer late, and they got it 3 runs down the line at Progressive Field, but they eventually lose that game in extra innings. So we'll see what the fate of the Guardians is when that Jhonkensy Noel homer ties the game. We go to extra innings, and then in the bottom of the 9th, David Fry says to the fans at Progressive Field and to Jhonkensy Noel, hold my beer. We're headed home.
Carries the winning run in game 3. Fry, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night. Wild of a finish as we've seen. He knew it. Barreled it, watched it, won it.
To come off the deck with a 2-run pinch hit home run in the 9th and a 2-run home run in the 10th to win it.
David Fry saved their season in game 4 in Detroit. He saved their season tonight here in Cleveland. Woo. And he threw the sinker, Ronnie. We talked about the slider. Didn't have the confidence with that runner on third. Left it up.
Ended up being a high sinker.
Yep.
Sometimes things are just meant to be. And who knows? Maybe this Cleveland Guardians team, though be it looked like they were the deepest on the mat going into last night's baseball games, have now risen off that mat, are no longer knocked out, and have a chance here. I hope that also shows the people how human the New York Yankees are. There were 11 hits for the Guardians in this game, 6 for the Yankees, none bigger than the 2 by Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. And that's a tough day for a Yankees fan when you finally get production out of Aaron Judge. He's hitting 174 in this postseason right now. He was 1 for 5 last night with 3 Ks. He was 0 for 4 with 3 Ks, sans that home run. So it is not like it's going great for Aaron Judge right now. So for him to finally do something for the ball club, homer, tie the game, all the probably excitement for the Yankees fan, and then you lose it like that could send this team down a path. This is a no guarantee series here. So we'll see what happens. They return to action. That would be tonight, Friday, October 18th, with a 8:08 affair. On the other side, the Mets got slaughtered last night by the Los Angeles Dodgers, 10-2. And the sad part about this thing is there was a chance here for the Metropolitans multiple times to chip away at this lead. I can't tell you how many 12 runners left on base last night for the New York Mets, twice stranding, bases loaded with less than 2 outs. One time bases loaded, nobody out, and they did not even get a run in. Okay? Thank gosh for Brandon Nimmo getting down the line, or they wouldn't have even scored the first time with bases loaded. It was an embarrassing hitting performance. And the problem is this pitching staff is not good enough to afford mediocre starts. And all the Mets have gotten in 3 of the 4 games of this series so far are mediocre starts on the mound. For the Dodgers, the best players are the best players for them, and that is huge. Shohei Ohtani is like 8 for 11 runners in scoring position. Mookie Betts was 4 for 6 last night with 4 RBIs. Like, you just can't play through that, right? If their best players are being their best players and they're getting just good pitching performance, the Dodgers are just head over heels better than the New York Metropolitans, and the Mets are not getting good offensive production right now, and they are not getting the same type of pitching in spots when they need it that they got to get this run rolling. And so now the Mets are against the wall. Game number 3 at Citi Field, game 5 overall, could end the season for the New York Metropolitans and send the Los Angeles Dodgers to the World Series. So it's do or die time for the Mets. And they had Nimmo with 2 hits, Vientos with 2 hits, and Lindor with 2 hits. The top 4 guys on their lineup last night had 7 of the 10 hits. But what are you supposed to do when everybody behind those guys, Marte, Martinez, Iglesias, Bader, they can't get any runners in? It's impossible to win baseball games when you keep setting up the players on base and you can't drive them in. 5:08, that game is tonight in Queens. David Peterson on the hill for the Metropolitans and Jack Flaherty on the hill for the Dodgers. Jack Flaherty pitching pretty well over the last month and change. So we shall see. The Mets need the greatest start in the history of time for David Peterson. But the fact of the matter is it's going to be very, very difficult for the New York Metropolitans to find their way into the World Series, having to win game 5 at home tonight. And then you have to go on the road and win 2 in Los Angeles. At the end of the day, you really just needed to win 1 at home in the first 2 games, so that going into tonight, it was a 2-2 series headed back to game 5. But if you lose 2 in a row and then have to stare the uphill battle of 3 wins in a row against the Dodgers, 2 of which are on the road, it's a very small win probability chance for the Metropolitans now. So we'll see. I mean, listen, this has been, I don't want to use the word miracle Mets. I think we saved that for teams in the past. But this has been a spectacular run. This has been a very fun run. This team has had a lot of specialness to them, but I don't know if that specialness is going to result in a game 5 victory tonight and then 3 straight in LA. Boy, do I wish it could, but take the offense out of it, take any struggles from any certain player out of it. This pitching staff, I don't believe, is good enough. And when you go to the offseason, if you're the Metropolitans, you have some questions to answer, okay? None bigger than what's up with Pete Alonso, and can we strengthen the arms that we have on this team so that it coincides with us getting to the postseason, that We don't need back and forth home run, give up, home run, score, home run, give up, home run, score to get yourself to this point. Then when you get to this point, like the Dodgers, because you are actually that good on paper, hey, you start playing to the back of your baseball card. And now all of a sudden, the Mets, who are in theory an 89 and 73 or something team, are getting slaughtered by the Dodgers, who are a 98 and 60 something team. And the true colors show. The back of the baseball card starts to show. You cannot win in this league without pitching. Baseball in general cannot be won at the highest level, championship status level, without pitching. Pitching is the lifeblood of every baseball team. And right now, you're seeing that difference between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Metropolitans. 5:08 tonight, Dodgers at Mets. 8:08 tonight, Yankees at Guardians. 7:24 this morning, Andrew goes over Thursday Night Football and breaks down Week 7 of the National Football League. Commercial break here on The Rome Show, 12ouncesports.com, Dingo TV, channel 217. Back after this. Stick with us here on The Rome Show.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right. At 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Yeah. The Rome Show, 12ouncesports.com. Dingo TV channel 217. I am Andrew Romanella. This is The Rome Show. This is 12ouncesports.com. The social media is The Rome Show 1. That's Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Some social media I probably don't know about. We have it. Follow it. All right? Support the show. Watch us on YouTube. Comment. Do all of the things. We love it. We're here Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Every Friday, we do the same thing on this show, okay? We break down Thursday Night Football, and then we give you our thoughts on the slate of games Sunday. So let's start doing that right now. We're going to break down Thursday Night Football, and then we will put the music on, and we will get you ready for the National Football League on this Friday. Last night, the Denver Broncos quite possibly had the best victory that they have had all season. Might be the best victory they're going to have all year with Bo Nix underneath center. And the best part is he did not even throw a touchdown pass, nor did he even throw for 200 yards, but that wasn't needed. The Denver Broncos rushed for a combined 225 yards last night against the Saints. They won 33-10. Javonte Williams had 14 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Bo Nix, 10 carries, 75 yards. Jaleel McLaughlin got in there for 35 yards. It was a day on the ground for the Broncos. Bo Nix was 16 of 26 in the air for 164. Didn't need the passing game. The Broncos led this thing pretty much from midway through the second quarter. They had a 16-13 lead going into halftime, with which the New Orleans Saints fans big time booed their team off the field. Spencer Rattler was 25 of 35 for 172, no interceptions, no fumbles, ran the ball 5 for 34. I think that's a great game for a 5th-round draft pick in Spencer Rattler, who nobody thought one singular second was going to play football this year for the New Orleans Saints. Doesn't turn the football over, combined over 200 yards for his team. They did play Jake Haener late in this game. He did throw a touchdown pass. It was 33-3 at that point in time. Rattler was sacked 6 times. What are you supposed to do with an atrocious offensive line? You don't have many weapons. Listen to this receiving core: Cedric Wilson Jr., Mason Tippon, Foster Moreau, Bub Means, Jawan Johnson, and Kendre Miller. Who the hell are those people? Who really? So honestly, good on Spencer Rattler. No matter what happens with him in New Orleans, I think he's proving that he deserves to stay on rosters in the National Football League. But Sean Payton returns to New Orleans and he slaughters his own team. That's got to feel great. No matter how things end for you at a location, no matter what, good or bad, they were actually honoring Drew Brees last night in the Saints Hall of Fame, which was really cool. But for Sean Payton, it's got to feel great to go back to New Orleans with your new club. It's been a little bit of a rough start with his new club in the first year and a half. He's starting to neutralize that ship now. All right. Bo Nix has been a huge aspect of that, trading Russell Wilson away, big aspect. But they went home. Sean Payton went home to New Orleans and put a hurting on the Saints, who are in some serious trouble after starting the season 2-0, have now lost 5 straight and are atrocious on both sides of the ball. Okay, let's get you ready now, ladies and gentlemen, for this weekend's slate of National Football League games. We play the music. All right, the Miami Dolphins, they're back after a bye week. Tyler Huntley, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill head to Indianapolis to face Joe Flacco, most likely, and the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored in this game by 3. The total's 43.5. I'm going to take the Colts, and I'm going to take the Colts with the points. Boy, do I want to believe in my Miami Dolphins. Yes, I do, but I don't. Okay, I don't believe in the quarterback. I don't believe in the offense, which is worst in the National Football League right now, averaging like 12 points a game. So I'll take the Colts, Joe Flacco, Jonathan Taylor, Alec Pierce, and the boys at home -3. Give me the Patriots at the Jaguars at London. This is most likely Doug Peterson's last game as the football coach of the Jaguars. We're not going to spend much more time on this game than telling you the Jags are favored by the -6. I would like to take the Patriot in this game at the +6. Give me the Patriots at the +6. If you want a banana line, fine. I'll take the Jags. Actually, you know what? No. Let's take the Patriots, the +6, and the Patriots on the banana line. The Pats will be the reason that Doug Peterson doesn't have a job anymore. The Seahawks travel to Atlanta. This is an interesting game because it's a tale of 2 different teams. Atlanta didn't feel good when the year started, starting to feel better. Now, the Seahawks felt way better when the year started, not feeling as good now. Atlanta's at home in the Dome. They're starting to play better offensively. Give me the Falcons, who are favored by the -3 in this game. The over-under in this game is 51.5. I could see it going over. I'm not even going to touch it, though. Falcons -3. Titans at Bills. Easy one. Bills. They're favored by 9. It's an iffy number, but I do believe they're that good, and it's starting to trend towards colder up there. And these people are coming from Tennessee, and they're not that good right now. I think the Bills could beat them by more than 9. So give me the Bills at the -9. Bengals at Browns. So badly do I think the Bengals favored by 5.5 here is the way to go. And I think I'm going to go that way. But I just need to talk it out loud to the people really quickly because it's a 1-5 Browns against a 2-4 Cincinnati Bengals. So it's not like anyone's that great in this scenario. And the Browns, especially with Deshaun Watson and just an atrocious situation there, they can't do anything but just watch him be bad. Joe Burrow has 12 touchdown passes. Him and Jamar Chase are starting to get on the same page. Jamar's got 565 receiving yards and 5 TDs. So you know what? Bengals minus 5.5, and on the money line over under there's 41.5. I could see it staying under because both of these defenses find a way to keep it a little bit low scoring. Texans at Packers. I'll take the Texans at the plus 2.5. The Packers are favored by 2.5 points at home. I think this Texans team's good enough to go on the road and do that. Give me the Texans at the plus 2.5. I like the Lions at the Vikings. Give me the Lions at the plus 1.5. Minnesota favored at home. It makes kind of sense. I don't care that they just lost Aiden Hutchinson in Detroit. That's a really good football team, and I don't trust Sam Darnold. Lions minus 1.5. Eagles at Giants. Eagles favored by 3. Give it to me. Eagles at the minus 3. You could even tease that to more and maybe make some more money. Raiders at Rams. This is a battle of really bad football teams. The Rams are home, and they have Matt Stafford, which is a better quarterback situation than Aiden O'Connell. So give me the Rams. Sure. Give me them at the minus 7. Panthers at Commanders. This is one of my daily banana picks. Give me Washington at the minus 8. I think the Panthers are terrible, and the Commanders' offense is that good. Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. You heard it here first. Maybe not, but I'm saying it anyways. Chiefs at Niners. What a game. San Fran is favored by my 2 right now. I think it's because they're at home. I don't really know. I don't trust either of these teams, actually, and they both are Super Bowl favorites, and they were both in the Super Bowl last year. So I'm going to go ahead and take the home favorite here. So give me the Niners at the minus 2. And then finally, we have the Jets at the Steelers. I don't care that the Jets traded for Devontae Adams. I trust the Steelers at home over the Jets on the road. And hey, by the way, you can get the Steelers as underdogs at home. Why? Probably because Russell Wilson is starting and Devontae Adams now a Jet. I don't believe in either, but I'd rather believe in Mike Tomlin and the Steelers at home than the Jets on the road. So give me the Steelers at the plus 2. This game is 38.5. Take the over. For some reason, I have a feeling points are going to be scored in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Rome Show, 12ouncesports.com. Take the Lions at the plus 1.5. Take the Commanders at the minus 8. And take Saquon Barkley, 25 plus receiving yards. Those are my bananas for the week. Saquon's also, I'm finding him at roughly 50.5 right now for the rush yards. Not a bad idea to take that either. The Rome Show, 12ouncesports.com, Dingo TV, channel 217. We'll be back on Monday. Until then, enjoy your weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for listening.